Once upon a time,
there was a dog named Maggie.
who had a fuse box and dynamite inside her.
One night, while roaming the neighborhood,
She went roaming around at night to do her earthly business while catching and hunting down wild animals.
she walked down the road and into the lane just underneath the street light.
And then something went wrong.
Something went dreadfully wrong. The light went out.
And then she started to bark.
She barked and she barked.
And then barked some more.
Suddenly, she stopped barking. She heard something in the woods.
And then she went out and snuck behind it.
She crept up as slowly and quietly as she could.
And then she croaked it. And she killed it. And she squashed it. Until it turned into jam and red blood.
And then she turned around and ran toward the street.
And then with the animal hanging out of her mouth, she ran. And ran and ran.
And then she dropped it because it was too disgusting to hold on to.
And then her little fuse breaker inside her stomach began to short out. And blew a fuse and tripped the breaker.
Suddenly, her legs stopped working. She couldn't run anymore.
And then her whole body was on the ground going bzzz, shorting out. And sparks flying everywhere. And
then she decided to call Consumers Energy.
But it was already too late because she started a fire.
A couple minutes later, she heard fire sirens.
The fire trucks were coming to put the fire out.
She wondered, what should she do? Should she just lay there?
So the fire department came and put the fire on her out. And flipped the breaker back on.
She jumped up with a jolt. She was so happy that she could move again.
Then she started running again.
She ran straight away from the fire truck and back into the woods.
And then all of a sudden...
What was that in the air, she wondered. Why am I coughing so bad?
Because she fell in a mud puddle, and this time another fuse blew.
Then she heard a mosquito coming. It landed right on her ear.
And then it crawled inside her ear and shorted out her ear, and the breaker blew another fuse.
Now she couldn't hear anything.
And then it also shorted out one of her back legs and her tail. Tripped down to the breaker too.
Oh no, she thought. What's she gonna do now? She can't wag her tail.
But she was able still to run home happily ever after and made it home.
And she lived happily ever after, barking throughout the whole neighborhood all night long.
The end. Hope you liked our story.
Arr.
Rah, rah. And he's smart too. Woo!